Mac called me, he's like, he's got an eye infection. I was like, no, there's no eye infection here.
I sent in our group thing. I was like, yo, guys, can we please call this girl into studio?
Yes.
I'm squeezing in. Now the squeeze are fresh in.
Next thing you're sleeping on couches at 5 FM.
Don't try that crap. Who the fuck hates me so much there in that building? Sure, your legal fees.
Jeez, I think about 200 grand.
G's indeed. 200 G's. Did you trademark Big Dog?
It's... No, yes. Yeah.
As a trademark Aksasa.
So does action mean, well, we just talk, we just go?
Yeah, that's it. We
No,
just go,
because I mean, I've never done a podcast before, so I don't know what action means.
Action means we
You
talk.
know, like, do we rehearse? Like, do we run through lines? How does it work here?
We don't run through anything,
400
bro.
and what episodes? Yo, you know, when he said
425.
episode 425, I was like, fucking around, that's a lot.
What do you mean, man? You've been on radio. I mean, you're on radio for decades.
Just 30 years.
If those were episodes, that's tens of thousands. Think about
Fuck,
it.
you are right. I've done 30 years of radio.
Exactly.
Dude, I was winning radio awards last year and I wasn't on radio last year. You know, in fact, I always say, don't fuck around. Have such impact that you win awards even when you're not around.
Shit. What did you win?
I think coolest radio DJ according to SA Youth or something.
Damn.
I've won it 2 years in a row. I've been off radio for 2 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. So,
Have they tried getting you back? Have they called you on some
I've got a
Tales
call.
Between Legs?
Oh yeah, guys, welcome to Podcast and Chill. My name is DJ Fresh, by the way. Am I supposed to introduce everyone? Fact checker. Wow, fact checker is in the building.
Too much to check. Fact checker. Too much to check with us, yeah?
If there was a fact checker, half the show would be just checking us. Ghost Lady's in the building.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Ghost Lady.
Are you a fan of the Ghost Lady?
I am a fan of the Ghost
Weren't
Lady.
you surprised when you saw me? Did I match the picture you had?
You know, you're asking me something. Is your husband here?
No.
And I just dropped it off.
No, left.
No, she's actually...
Yes, man. Oh, yes, man. Yes, can you, yes, man.
No, she's not Sammy. She's doing the... Yay.
That's Sammy. Yeah, yes,
Fella, some of us are single, so...
yeah. Freshly single. Freshly single.
So if ever you need a shoulder to cry on...
Oh.
Yeah. If ever you need a shoulder to...
The shoulders are...
No, just advice. It's just advice. We're just talking.
advice,
Hey,
okay.
We're just talking.
I'm here.
Anyway, listen, it feels great being behind a mic.
Yeah, man.
Mac called me. He's like, he's got an eye infection.
Oh,
I was like, no, there's no eye infection here.
Yeah, no, they're doing the things that side by
trying.
Limpopo there. They're doing the things for him, man. Yeah, he called me and was like, yo, bro, who do you think we should have? You know, and I was like, oh, actually, Fresh. Let's have Fresh.
Yes, sir.
I'm squeezing in, you know. I'm looking like shit. I was like, your problem misses the mic.
You know?
Let's squeeze him in. I was like, Fresh, yeah, man, I think you're a great fit because you're a chiller as well, so.
Listen, I'm supposed to actually be out of town.
For real?
But I was like, listen, this is a great opportunity. I love the mic. I miss the mic.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be back on radio in April, but shit I'm working on that says I can't do radio this year.
Wait.
So, what?
So who called you?
Hey, April even.
Wait, April, this April.
I was supposed to start this coming April, dude.
Wait.
But I can't disclose.
You can because you're not starting.
Yeah, but maybe the management hadn't told their managers yet. Now all of a sudden I'm now putting the shit out there. You know what I mean?
Is it a station you've been on before?
Yo. So you asked to limit it to 4.
Dope, man. Come on.
Nice try, but not good enough.
What do you mean, bro? There's things that you're working on that prohibit you or limit you from being on radio. What do you mean?
Let me just say, hopefully next year, April. Unless they let me do the show remotely this year, then we can do the show this year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have been doing shows remotely
Yeah,
during lockdown
actually.
anyway.
Yeah, but
It's
things
a thing now.
with a brand new show, you can't start a brand new show remotely.
True.
You know what I mean? You're building a team, you're starting a whole new thing.
Chemistry.
Where now Saul needs to know if the hand is up, don't talk, Saul.
Frank, you've been on radio for 30 years. Don't do that. You've been on radio for 30 years, my dude. For 30 years. You know that's how we do it. You know.
You know what the sad thing is? The sad thing is having cameras behind the scenes also almost steals the magic of how we do radio.
It does.
It's almost watching a documentary about how they did something on TV.
It does.
Or in the movies. I don't want to know. Because you're taking the magic away.
True.
You know what I mean? So cameras behind the scenes on radio take away the magic of it's theater of the mind. So now all of a sudden you know how we work. And because you have a non-radio mind, you're thinking, Saul is being yatelled here.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
That's true, because a lot of times we grow up listening to radio and you're like, damn, how do they know not to speak over one another?
Absolutely.
Because it's the hand, it's all these things, right? But I mean, that's where the whole game is right now. Cameras, radio / podcasting / you have to have, visibility online, so...
Absolutely. So I remember watching the drama unfold. I was like, it's sad. The loudest people know nothing about radio.
Yeah.
They know nothing about radio.
A lot of the people who are on radio were like, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done. Like, how else are we going to speak if we don't take turns? It's like having a movie without a movie script. And you think people want to just create magic. It's scripted to a certain degree, and it's your turn, it's my turn, it's your turn, it's my turn. Sometimes, shh, because that is the punchline.
That's it.
But anyway, so what are we talking about today? Like, I'm supposed to be a guest. You guys told me to run things. I'm a guest.
You're a guest? No.
What do you mean? What do you want to talk about,
On
man?
that seat, you can't be a guest.
We talk about whatever you want to talk about, I want to talk about, Ghost Lady wants to talk about, whatever's on your mind.
You know what I want to talk about first? There's that story of the cop who was videoed forcing her blind son to perform a sexual act on her. It's a disturbing story, and everything that we threw at it, it's a disgusting story.
It's ugly.
Yes, fact checker.
Just to correct you for legal purposes, there hasn't been any clarification as to whether the child was blind. So allegedly.
Allegedly
It was only
blind.
stated on
So
Twitter,
allegedly
but there's
blind.
no article or statement stating that the boy was
So
blind.
who sent me this prep here? They must be fired. Who sent me
It's Sanele Friday. It's Sanele.
You forgot allegedly.
It's our producer. Yeah, I was surprised. I just found out now, like, blind. Damn.
Because my issue, though, is people who assume you want to watch a video like that. Why you, I'm in 3 WhatsApp groups that had that video circulated.
I saw that.
And I was like, why would you think we want to see this?
Someone tagged me on it. I think obviously because of the podcast, they were like, Saul, check this out.
Yeah.
Right? And I watched it, but I couldn't even like the video because, sometimes we like stuff to keep it so that we can refer someone to it.
Yes.
But if people see what you've liked, it's another thing. People misconstrue the liking part. You don't like it. It's almost like you're bookmarking it, right? So I couldn't do that. And I watched
and you
it, but I
can't
couldn't retweet it
You
and
can't
say...
retweet to bookmark it either.
No, and I
Exactly.
couldn't retweet to people and say, yo, guys...
Because you're spreading
this is
child porn.
ugly. It's child porn.
Yes, child pornography.
And it doesn't click with most people because every time we hear of child porn, we think of a little girl, right? But it's literally that. It's child porn. And people are spreading it. You are fucking spreading child fucking porn.
And why would you think we want to see that? And at least warn us first that, listen, incoming. Like, why do you think I want to see a beheading or a decapitation? I need to change friends, maybe.
But that's how it is right now because of the social media. People want to, it's almost like share instantly. Look at what I'm seeing. Everyone else must see it.
Yeah, I must be the first one to share it.
Yeah.
And that video, because it's not like instantly, it's the woman first, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? You're like, okay, she's trying to have sex or trying to seduce someone via video call or whatever. Then you realize when you're in it, and you're like, holy fuck, what am I watching?
Very disturbing.
I'm so glad I've not seen
But I heard,
it.
I don't know
It's not been sent to me, so I'm very grateful for that.
You've got great
again?
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've not seen the video. It has not been sent to me.
To be honest, yeah, even me on WhatsApp, no one has been sending the video. I haven't seen it on anyone's statuses because people would post such shit.
But it's there on Twitter, though.
I don't get it. Didn't he buy Twitter to eliminate Twitter porn, number one? Elon Musk, he said there's a lot of Twitter porn there and he wants to get rid of it. But there's like more porn on Twitter than ever now. And I mean, I've never seen child porn on Twitter till this week. And I thought that's one of the first things I wanted to eliminate on the platform. It's the most weirdest thing ever.
How do you know how much porn there is on Twitter?
How do I know how much porn there is on Twitter?
Did you count it, Saul?
I'm asking for a friend.
Don't lie, Fresh. We know. You also have the other
No,
accounts.
I never
Everybody's got the other accounts.
I never see porn on Twitter.
You never see porn on Twitter?
Nope.
You are like me. I said that to you guys. Remember, I said
see?
I've
We
never
have a lot in common
seen
already.
porn on Twitter.
There is a lot of porn on Twitter. There's porn on Twitter. Let me show you.
No. You're like those people who
So
just...
which account are you following?
Just keep scrolling, right? Scroll, and you'll see. Scroll. Just scroll.
Maybe
Just
it's accounts
scroll.
you
Just
follow.
Scroll.
This is all the accounts.
Scroll.
Who are you following?
Scroll.
I thought BBC was a news service. What on earth is BBC? Why is there so much porn on your timeline?
It's Twitter, bro. There's porn on Twitter.
I've been on Twitter longer than you. I don't see all
What
of
do you
this
mean?
shit
You've been
on
on Twitter
here.
longer than me, man. There's people just retweet stuff and, it's just, yeah.
Dude, I've seen more porn on Big Brother. Well, it was just you. Than I've seen on Twitter.
And that's when you got introduced to BBC. Oh, that's what they mean, BBC.
In breaking news. Nigga broke his wrist.
Sigbonile, Saul.
You know the problem with when I started working with Saul, because I was a big fan of Saul's. He did breakfast with More Flavor before he went into the Big Brother house. Then he came out of Big Brother, and I was starting breakfast at 5. And I was like, you know what, I'd like to work with Saul. He's not back on radio yet. You know, the days you'd be doing the traffic, I was like, nigga played with himself on TV.
Wow.
Are you for real?
my mind.
I didn't play with myself. Nah. Guys, let's clear this once and for all.
But you have, Saul, you have.
I have what?
No, you've cleared it. You've cleared it.
I've cleared it.
Yes.
I was taking a bath.
Okay.
Now there's cameras in the bathroom. And most people, I was tired of taking a bath in Skindi, man. I was fucking sick and tired, right?
Exactly.
And I was like, this time around, it's okay as a property. And then I was washing my dick. And there's no ways to wash your dick without touching your dick. Now, there's no video of that. There's only a still pic of me washing my dick. And then, you know what it's like? Twitter does not want to know the truth.
Why were your eyes rolled back? Why were your eyes rolled back?
My eyes were not rolled back. My eyes were not rolled back. My eyes were not rolled back, man. Come on. But I've cleared this before. Come on, bro. No one is dumb enough to, there's a camera and just wank in front of the camera.
Okay, so
We believe you, Saul.
So I'm there doing traffic and you're looking at me on
I was
something.
like, nigga play with himself on TV.
This guy playing with himself. Nah, man, nah. But with that thing, I heard, I don't know, fact checker, with that lady, and that cop lady, that apparently she could have been held at gunpoint to take that video. Is there any truth to that? I heard people saying that. Or are people now just coming up with excuses?
Well, the fact is there is a court case that is currently pending, and she was somewhere last week at court, and she will be going back next week. But those are just narratives of what people are saying. It's alleged assumptions, if I could put it in that way. But she is facing some charges.
And also, I'm curious, like, what is it? Is it like, was she trying to make him a man, or was it... Okay, no one can answer that, obviously. She can only answer that in court. But what the hell possessed her? What the fuck? And then record a video. It's like there's just so many layers of it that are just disturbing.
The fact that there's a video almost lends credence to the fact that she might have been forced to do it and someone else was filming. I don't think anyone in their right mind would want to film that.
But hey, people do
The
create
things,
child porn, though. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? There is a term for it, child porn,
For a reason.
a phrase
For a
reason.
reason.
Because
Because
people,
there's adults who actually want to.
yeah,
In fact,
Yeah.
a friend of mine is a cyber cop. And she was telling me that the number of child porn rings that are breaking up every week, a lot of them we never hear about, but they are busting guys every week.
I heard on 702 there's a pending case locally. There's some human rights lawyer who's involved in a child porn ring. One of the guys who was caught hanged himself. But the other one,
I think he was a judge, right?
A judge or something, was making a living off of it. Like literally, selling the content.
I think he appeared in the Zonal Commission, if I'm not mistaken. The dude that committed suicide. What's his name? I'm trying to remember his name. Fact checker. What's his name?
She's still checking. Let's just give her a minute.
And then
the
other dude apparently has disappeared because he wasn't in court. I think on Friday, and he said, "Who's the other dude, guys?" We need names. Fact checkers.
Fact checker's going to bring up the names. She's still Googling up
the names.
She's got something for us.
The name that I find is Advocate Paul Kennedy.
Yes, Advocate Paul Kennedy committed suicide last year. And then who's the co-accused?
There's a co-accused. Now he can't be found.
Yes, apparently he was supposed to show a lawyer's letter to say I'm sick last week. And then they went to his place and the furniture's gone.
Ooh.
So
now there's a warrant of arrest for him also. So apparently he was the ringleader. He's facing, I think, over 700 charges.
Yes, 700 charges. I mean...
Apparently he'd recruit boys and then get clients. I mean, boys for his clients.
Wow.
And they'd film this.
So you see earlier when Sol you were mentioning about... Okay, let's go to...
Yes, fact checker.
Yeah.
The co-accused's name is Gerhard Ackerman.
Oh yeah, Gerhard
Ackerman.
Okay.
Yeah, Gerhard Ackerman. He's apparently disappeared.
Fucking hell.
After staying in his school. Dude, with certain cases, if you're accused of child porn, should you even get bail?
No.
You shouldn't.
Should you even get bail?
You shouldn't.
Because chances are if you are guilty, you're not going to stop. Because
Yes, true.
While you're out on bail, you're not going to stop.
And there's just, and obviously, if you've got kids you're always around kids, man. You know what I mean? Like, as an adult, you'll always be around kids. So you shouldn't. And I don't get it. But I was about to say, think they'll get away with it. But there are people who are clearly getting away with it. There's people who've done it their entire lives and never get caught. And maybe these two also thought they'd never get caught, along with everybody who was buying the content and involved in the creation of the content. And that's the scary world, man.
And the fact that Gerhard Ackerman had a client base means it's a whole cesspool of sickness.
Of people, yes.
Who also need to go on trial.
Yo, guys.
And we're bringing kids into this world.
Bro.
Of fact.
Bro. And sadly, we need to trust other adults with our kids because we can't have our kids around us.
So what if it's actually that client
24/7?
base that even helped him to literally disappear? Because obviously once he's found, he'll have to release all the other names.
It's ugly, man.
And what if he's disappeared, but it wasn't by choice?
Oh, okay, then that's cool. I'm happy with that then.
No, but that's the easy way out for him then.
Yeah, that's the easy way out.
You can't have an easy way out.
Because then it means there are people that are protecting themselves.
Absolutely.
It's one out
see.
and it's probably thousands.
So if someone got to him, it's to protect themselves.
Yes.
Possibly.
Oof, that's true.
Don't you watch series? Don't you watch TV?
Of course.
Come again?
A lot of the shit we see on TV is happening right in front of us.
Yeah, true. That's...
That if he goes to court and sings, how many other people are going down with him?
A lot.
And the fact that there was a judge that's committed suicide, how many other high-profile people are in this network of sick?
And it's always some high-profile people involved in these weird things. It's like that island. What's that island? The guy who killed himself as well? Killed himself. Had a documentary and all. Wall Street guy, rich guy, man. I don't know if he's a Wall Street guy, but...
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah, yes.
Is it Epstein?
Epstein, yes.
Jeffrey Epstein,
yes. Even him, right? People are like, nah, it's possible that somebody, in order for him not to reveal people who are really involved.
So presidents were being named in that list. You know, all of these high profile...
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Are you saying maybe it was an assisted suicide in prison?
Possibly.
A
lot of people die in prison under funny... circumstances, you know, and it's always sometimes it's possible. It's even now I was watching that Netflix thing, docu about Bernie Madoff. You know, the largest Ponzi scheme ever.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and he also died in prison, but he was sick. But it's so weird how that family, what happened? You know what happened, right?
Tell us.
Know the story.
I know that I didn't finish the whole.
Okay, so the guy is a Wall Street guy. He was like one of the champions of Wall Street.
Yeah.
You know, billionaire, investor essentially. And all he was doing, literally, for all these years was giving people consistent returns on the investment. And all he was doing was, it was a classic Ponzi scheme whereby new money needs to come in to pay other people. You're not really, he wasn't trading, he didn't even trade.
Nothing.
Sometimes people are bad traders and they just gamble and trade with people's money and lose it. But he wasn't trading, he was constantly getting new money to pay other people.
Hey, Paul wants his money, Peter must come in. And apparently he moved $64 billion through this Ponzi scheme.
Literally, like the biggest money in Europe, royal families, like crazy, hectic money. And as soon as he got caught, one of his sons committed suicide. The other son fell ill and died. He died in prison. The only person alive now is his wife, who's staying in a home, in like an old people's home. Literally from having yachts and owning all these things to that. The day he got caught, people just started dying. It's the craziest story ever. Largest Ponzi scheme in history. Check it out, Madoff. It's Madoff, but they pronounce it Madoff. Yeah,
Madoff.
Bernie Madoff. It's an insane fucking story.
I need to finish it now.
Speaking of money, finally it's month end. The Madivas are in your pocket. You can either buy onions for Arthur so you can cry real tears, or you can pay for your Makwapeni's Brazilian butt lift. Guys, who writes these? Instead, how about you place a minimum bet of 50 Rand or more on any PSL game from the 30th of January to the 20th of February and stand a chance to win 4 VIP tickets to the Soweto Derby. Booty, onions, or VIP tickets, what a choice to make. Tic Tac Bets is not only a licensed bookmaker, but a brand that is also concerned about your well-being. It is by law only 18 years and older that are permitted to gamble. Winners, we as Tic Tac Bets advise you to know when to stop. If you need help, kindly call Counseling Helpline on 0800 006 008, 0800 006 008, or simply call Sol Penduka. He's also experienced.
Oh.
Funny, I help guys, eh?
Yeah.
I've helped like one guy, he sent me a picture, let me show you. And he bought himself a bed now, he's slowly, fuck Twitter.
More porn.
I just opened Twitter. I'm going to the DM. Sorry, my bad.
You're the Bernie Madoff of porn. You get Ponzi scheme.
See, hey, come on.
Sol Penduka porn.
Yeah, I will make you famous. That's your line. I will make you famous.
You know, I'm helping one of the guys. He's slowly rebuilding his life.
This is dope.
Yeah, if you scroll up.
So he was a gambler also?
He was a massive gambler, man.
Sure.
Lost everything. He just recently bought a bed. He's buying furniture now. And
you know,
but all he wanted was someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, listen, bro, forget all the money you've lost completely. You'll never win it back. You're probably hoping you're going to win it back. You probably feel like a sucker.
Sure.
But you're just digging a hole in a deeper hole. So those that I managed to talk to, I can't reach everyone. I can't talk to anyone. Everyone, I mean. So, yeah, man, it's hectic. It's serious. And young people are getting swallowed by this stuff. I mean, it's nice to gamble recreationally with the money you can afford to lose.
Absolutely.
It's even more fun when you do that, right?
Yeah.
But when it becomes this...
Digging into savings.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Digging into savings. Making plans, like serious plans of, I want to pay school fees, I want to do this. With money you're hoping to win, then you know you've got a problem. Stop. Immediately.
And I think we need to also remember that the house always wins, guys. Once in a while, you'll win. Once in a while, you'll win. But casinos are not in the business of giving money away.
It's a business.
There's no business that's in the business of giving money away. They're all in the business of, we're going to reel you in. Come on, fishermen. They just... And once you're hooked, you're fucked.
It's like how they always lure you with just trying to make you to take a loan. You know how banks all the time getting SMSs, take out 100,000, 200, all of these.
Or that first high when someone says, try this crack. Just try this crack. Before you know it, you're hooked because you're chasing that initial first high. Now you're chasing this rainbow. Gambling is pretty much almost the same. That, oh shit, I won 50 grand last night. Let me go blow it. Hopefully I can win 100,000 next
you'll
time.
be fucked.
And then it's gone.
You're fucked.
It's gone.
Next thing you're sleeping on couches at 5 FM.
Hey.
Yeah. Don't try that crap.
Dude, the first...
Fresh is taking me back. Fresh is taking me back. Yo.
I literally cried tears when I heard you found sleeping on the couch.
I'm not surprised because
Dude, I literally cried
crier,
tears. No, I'm not a crier.
You are.
I cry about
I'll
people
tell
I
you.
give a damn about.
Yes. So
What, do you speak to my
this
ex?
is me.
What did she used to tell you about my crying? Sometimes night, you must cry.
So we were doing. He's right. He does cry, and we're doing a show, and two of these guys, you know, he does like Boston Media House stuff, and he gives away bursaries. And two of these guys had given away bursaries, had come to surprise him. I think it was his birthday.
On my birthday, yes.
Yeah, and we were outside. They were showing him the cake or whatever. And when we came into studio, during the show, while the song was playing, he was crying in studio.
No, I wasn't crying, man.
You're crying, man.
Ish.
What do you mean? You're crying?
Arthur, take notes.
So yeah, Fresh does cry, Shem. So I can believe that.
Nah, dude, I was
I can
just...
believe that.
In fact, I wasn't crying at the fact that you were sleeping on a couch. I was crying at the fact that you didn't fucking tell me.
True,
I was like, why is this dude not telling me?
And a lot of people were like, tell Fresh, bro. I was like, it's difficult. I can't.
Okay, ask him for money.
I can't. Yeah, man, yeah, bro. It was tough. But Alice, we're here now.
Yes.
Funny story
Yes,
that
sir.
you don't know, right? You once came to Hill, bro. I don't know what you were doing, but you were buying veggies by quads.
yes.
And I saw you,
Just
but I
before
couldn't go. I
lockdown.
couldn't
Just
approach
before
you.
lockdown.
Just before lockdown.
Yes, I
I was like,
remember.
oh, Fresh. I was like, fuck. Nah, fuck it. You know,
Why?
I couldn't face you, bro. Because even the way I quit, you remember how I quit?
Yes.
Via email, and I think that wanted to fire me a few times. I didn't know this, but you had put your head on the chopping block and you were like, nah, don't fire him. And eventually I resigned. So even the way I did that, so I was like, oh, there's Fresh. He's probably come to support the local people here because I know you also stayed at High Point at some point.
No,
when
I stayed,
Hillbrow was still
I stayed
good.
near High Point. But,
Yeah, when
but
Hillbrow was still...
In fact, literally once in a while, I will go to the taxi rank downtown Joburg just to visit the taxi drivers there. Because I used to use those taxis when I was still studying at Boston. So every holiday, I take those taxis to Bots and back.
Okay.
So I'm still in touch with all those taxi drivers. Some have become taxi owners.
Yeah.
Some
I
are
was about
still
to say,
working there.
how-
So once a month I go, we buy meat or whatever, we chill and we just catch up.
Nice.
Yeah, never ever forget where you come from.
True.
Ever.
True.
You know, so that's why I was in Hillbrow.
Yeah, I saw you. I was like, oh, Fresh. I was like, fuck. I was like, let me just keep it moving.
Why though, Saul?
Cause I'm a clone. I'm a clone. I'm human.
No, I hear him though. I hear.
You don't get it?
So,
I get it.
Sometimes you don't want people to see you at that stage in your life.
Stage in your life. Okay.
True.
You know, especially if it's someone that might have helped you had you asked for help,
True.
but you didn't.
True.
You know what I mean?
But then there's another opportunity. Maybe you would have been able to help him now again.
I actually tried. I actually got him a gig with
Oh, he
Oskido
did.
for Oskido's show on Saturday. So Oskido's still trying to get permission from management. You see, because the last time Solo was in that building, he slept in it. So
Let's talk about that, man. Because eventually I wasn't on the show. I think they said no, right, for Skido.
in fact, Oskido never got back to me about it, but I told Oskido it would be nice for him to have a segment with you.
Because you called
Just anything.
Yes.
I just wanted you to fucking make money.
And then you put me on your breakfast show at Metro when you did it with Rilebogi,
Yes.
right?
Even that was a fight.
I had a minute thing, and that was a fight.
Yeah.
And eventually they were like, no, we don't want me on. Who the fuck hates me so much there in that building? Apparently there's there's a suit that hates me at SABC.
Yeah,
Who the fuck hates me so much?
The thing is, I was dealing with Spongile directly. So I don't know who she was speaking to, or maybe it was her. We just said we don't soul back in the building. I don't know.
But how? Because it's Spongile who got me the gig at Kaya. It's Spongile who called me and had a meeting with me.
Yeah, but it's the same Spongile that got Mpo the gig at Kaya, but, you know, Mpo left under her watch. You know? Maybe the pastor's wife has... What?
Hey.
Yeah? Has been found again. What? What?
Hey.
It's a Sunday.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Hey, but I know someone didn't want me there. I was like, damn, that's hectic.
But also that's weird about that building though, that you'll find often that there might be just one or two people that have something against you that will always want to veto any decision about you. And you know, it's that building, there's
And
a
so
lot
those one or two would have so much power to run everything?
or just enough just to fuck up your shit. Yeah, just enough just to fuck up your shit. There's a lot of toxicity in the building. There's also a lot of pockets of excellence, but it won't always shine through if you're dealing with bad managers or people who manage personally, where shit is personal. Shit is not professional. And I always say, I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah.
We're here to work. We're here to make money for the corporation. Are we doing that or are we not making money? Why should shit be personal?
So where did it all go wrong with you? I mean, because Msuneri wasn't a thing, man. Let's be honest, you know.
Yeah, but you
already the
dude,
shit
you guys
was
interviewed
rotten.
me and explained. So should I explain again?
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
actually.
you did.
You did, nah?
Yeah.
I did
No,
explain.
you did.
I can explain again quickly.
Yeah, okay, quickly.
I don't think I was fired for the word. I was fired because I refused to apologize for using the word. I wasn't fired for the word. I was suspended for the word. I was suspended for, I think, a month. So, like I keep saying, that suspension for a month was punishment. Right?
For you to say sorry, apologize.
No. In fact, before we even got there, it was, there's a complaint about using a word. Oh, yeah, the BCCSA said there was no transgression, by the way. So it failed at the BCCSA.
Yeah, now
Because the word doesn't
I remember
exist.
the explanation.
Yeah.
You can't punish someone for a word that doesn't exist. But anyway, so it was, you're off air for a month, which is fine. You know, punish me.
Okay.
But also, we're not going to pay you for a month. So I've been docked a lot of money. I was paid a lot of money in that building.
Yeah.
You know, don't ask how much because...
I know it was
none
a
of your
lot.
business. But anyway.
Yeah.
And then it was, okay, come back, but we need you to apologize before we put you on air. I was like, I'm not going to apologize. You punished me already. I've served my time.
Yeah.
Now you want me to still apologize.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? So that's why I give them the middle finger. And then we, at that
But
point...
Fresh, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you say, okay, I'm sorry?
I would have just
because
said, I'm
I
sorry,
felt
man.
like I had been punished already. I'd been punished already.
But it's like, okay, it's like a criminal who served the time, but still has to go to the family
I
and
wanted to
apologize.
say, but yeah, true.
You know, it's
But
like you served the
apologize
crime.
because someone took offense at a word that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
No. As a matter of principle for me.
What are you going to lose? What were you going to lose out of just saying, okay, I
I lost a month of pay already.
painting.
You know, had they said apologize immediately, I would have done that.
And then
But
get
you've
back on
punished
air.
me first. And I must come back and say, oh yeah, and I'm sorry. No. As a matter of principle.
Oh, you're
no.
pop part.
Never
Pop part.
Also my pass.
Speaking of apology, the likes of Ntsiki and them, have they apologized to you? Because, I mean, the courts didn't find a conclusion.
Dude.
It was thrown out of court, that whole
Dude,
thing.
feminazis will never apologize for anything. What feminazis will do is
They're
they'll...
all feminazis?
Yes.
Oh.
You see, because there's feminism, and there's nothing wrong with feminism. But then there's also people who use feminism as almost as a weapon. It's almost weaponized against men versus how do we get men involved in the struggle?
In the struggle.
Yeah, because you can get men involved in feminism.
Dude, I'm one of the-
in a very healthy way.
Dude, I'm one of
very
the
healthy-
biggest feminists I know in terms of women deserve equal opportunities as men. But anyway, well, they lost in court. So Ntsiki has finally paid up.
Hey, she paid! Hey!
She paid?
What? She paid?
She paid my lawyers, not me. It's not like I made money.
Oh,
Yeah.
flip.
Saul thinks everything is a gamble and you win.
Okay, so she paid your lawyers, but you hadn't paid your lawyers because then they would refund you. Because you paid what you had paid or what your lawyers invoiced you.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
sort of, on
So
principle.
she's paid my legal fees. Penny has paid my legal fees, but Ntsiki must still pay Temba.
Jeez.
So yeah.
How much were your legal fees?
Geez, I think about 200 grand.
Jeez, indeed.
200
G's.
200 G's.
Flip, and then Penny also paid.
Yeah, I think hers was about 80.
Damn.
About 80 grand.
That's a shame,
yeah.
man. A part of me feels like, but I mean, they brought it upon themselves, right?
Honestly,
Because for someone to pay that.
honestly, I am pro, let's be activists. But also, let's not be reckless about it. You know what I mean? There's a line between you are doing the right thing and then there's a recklessness for the sake either of clout, of likes, of being controversial. You don't do that. You don't do that. So yeah, there's a saying, fuck around and find out.
What if from their side,
real.
though, they were just generally trying to support the cause?
But at whose expense, though? At whose expense? Because support the cause, but don't be reckless. I'm actually one of Ntsiki's biggest fans, just in terms of I love her mind and I love where her head is at.
Yeah.
But don't be reckless with in the name of I'm an activist.
Or the judgment.
You know what I mean? The minute you start being reckless or not giving a fuck who it affects over and above I'm an activist, then that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem.
You know?
I have to agree on that.
So yeah.
There's a video of you that is going around about.
Am I being
ownership.
interviewed here?
No,
We're
man.
having a
But you know,
conversation.
it's always like that. My first episode on the podcast, it was supposed to be me co-hosting,
No,
but it
but it
ended
was-
up being an interview. You remember?
That's
so
why you
it's
told
always
us
going
about
to
the
be like that.
gambling, everything.
It was it ended up being an interview. I think Mac came with prep, but it just became an interview because of you can't act like you're not sitting next to someone and there's things you want to find out.
Yeah,
But
all
my
the
next thing is not
controversy.
about you per se.
Anyone
right?
else in the audience with a question?
No. my next thing is not really about. It's not about you.
Yes, sir.
But it's Justine Bieber sold his thingy, his catalog,
Yeah.
right? And you
What,
always
$200 million?
yes. And I remember there's a video of you saying ownership is very important, especially within music. But what happens when you get an offer like that to let go or relinquish of that ownership and to sell the music and to sell those rights? Because, 200 bar?
I think owning your masters gives you the leverage to be able to pull a move like this. Because then you do have something to sell.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I don't know if I would be selling at Justin Bieber's age. He's still a kid. He still has so much to come. Or unless he is saying, I've made enough music here that I can sell my masters, but I will still make more. And I will still make millions from concerts. Justin Bieber's first world tour, I think he grossed, $50 million? His last one, he grossed $250 million.
You see,
So he's a money-making machine.
Yes.
So he will make his money. But I don't know if I would want to sell my masters. Not at this early age.
but you will if most of the money you're making is from touring, which is performances. Because this doesn't bar him from performing his music. So he knows that a year maybe I'm making $10 million US from spins or whatever. And also, if he holds on to the music, what if it won't be worth 200 million in the next 10 years?
He's Justin Bieber. It'll be worth a hell of a lot more in 10 years. And that's why they bought it for $200 million. No businessman is spending $200 million on something that won't make him $1 billion eventually.
True. But sometimes you, as the owner of that particular,
Unless you're desperate. Unless he's desperate for money. Like, why does he not hold for another 10 years? Make even more albums.
You know what how I view selling your masters, for any artist. Okay, for instance, like you say, like someone who's working a government, for instance, and you just take out your pension money, and you decide, okay, I'll still have time to work, and I'll be able to rebuild it. Isn't it equivalent to that? That's how I understand it. For someone who's made, like, okay, you've had a good run, and then you want to sell your masters, okay, but you continue working. Isn't it equivalent to that?
That's what I'm saying. That
Or pension.
he can rebuild, because it's not like he's hit rock bottom.
Yes.
So he can restart again with new masters, assuming this deal does not include further work or
Because
future
people
work.
normally do that. Maybe let's say they want to start a business. So it's like, okay, I can retrieve this money, start this
Like the
business.
pension one.
Uh-huh.
Often you're drawing from your pension because you have nothing.
Chances are, yes.
Chances are you're desperate
Yep.
and you're going to use that as some sort of windfall to start a business.
Maybe
But
that's what Justin
think it
Bieber
might be.
also...
But in his position, though, is he broke? Because if he's not, then why is he selling?
maybe Look, like you said, no businessman is going to fork out $200 million for something that's not going to make them money. But sometimes you as the owner of the particular intellectual property don't have the means to exploit it like somebody else. It's like if I own a song, but if I sell it to you, you can put it onto, you can get a sync deal for it.
Sure.
You can we're able to make 10 million rands from that one song, but if I own it, I'm just Solomzi from Forslow. I don't know how to get that song.
So why not
heard.
hire people that can help you further exploit your catalog then? Isn't that what management is there for?
True.
But what if you've hit the bar?
But that's what I'm saying though, has he?
But he's still gonna make more music. You know what it's like? It's like you know they sold Soweto Gold, right, to Heineken.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people get into business. That's the thing.
To
People get
sell.
into business to make money. Now, when the money is there, well, now you want to hold because of the legacy for your kids. What if the Soweto Gold guy, his passion is somewhere else, or he's gonna create something else? Or he's gonna create something else. So for me, I always say, take the money, because half the time many businesses flunk anyway. Some businesses don't even make it to 10 years.
Sure.
Right? It's like if Flikau got a deal to sell drip. I'd say sell, because we've seen what happens to some shoe brands. Reebok had a slump at some point. Fila had a slump at some point. And these are big multinational shoe brands, right? You can't tell the future. And no one knows the lifespan of a shoe brand.
Sure.
So if the deal does come, sell it. And then go out there and open up a kid's clothing thingy, invest in something else. You're a businessman after all. So I think shout out to Justine Bieber for actually selling.
I'm happy for him, but personally, I would have held on for a bit longer. Like I said, unless he was desperate for money. I'll give an example. There is a local group that had a 70-30 deal with a distributor, and they've now signed with a major.
70% to who?
To them.
Okay.
Yeah. But they've now signed with a major. I'm not going to mention names in case their family members don't know they've got a check.
You're protecting the family.
No, I'm protecting them.
Oh, them.
But now they've just signed with a major. And that deal with the major means they only get 15%. But they got a nice check, though. And a
Trying
nice
to think
advance.
of the group now.
But they get a nice advance, though. So for them, because there was COVID and maybe they were not making money, I'd understand why they would take the deal.
Is it
Where
a group or a duo?
It doesn't matter.
Is it a group of how many, man? It's a group of how many?
Of 20.
Aye.
So that leaves you Mango Groove or Squatter Camp.
Joyous celebration.
Joyous celebration vibes.
I'm trying to think, you know?
I was trying.
I'm really trying to think now, man.
So for me, I was sad, for instance, that they would give up a 70-30 deal with a distributor to take a deal where they only make 15%. But they got a nice fat check. And it was COVID, they needed money.
But an advance is a loan, though.
It's a loan.
You see, an
but
advance
also,
is bad. It's a loan, man.
It's bad. But if someone is saying to you, here is 6 zeros, and you have 0,
Oof.
and it's COVID, and you have bonds to pay,
So it wasn't the millions.
Ish.
It was nice.
I can't deny or confirm that.
You said 6 zeros, we know.
6 euros.
A million kala koma 6
I
zeros.
didn't say where the comma or the dot was. There might be a dot along the way.
After the second zero.
So you're saying if someone came and said, Sol, I want your masters, here is... Didn't Maphorisa sell to Sony?
Yeah, didn't Sony gave him a Maphorisa, like, I'm hearing of 20
Yeah, I heard about
million.
20 bar.
I heard about 20
I heard
bar.
about 20 bar myself.
Also, that's for the masters.
I don't know if it's for the catalog, I think it's for the catalog.
For the catalog. That's not...
That's what I heard. I can't
That's
deny.
not enough, man.
Call him there and find out.
Yeah, I don't have Pori's. You've got Pori answers your calls. Let's call him.
It's a Sunday. Should we call him?
Let's call him, actually. Let's call Pori. Pori answers your
Let's
calls.
find out if he...
Pori wouldn't answer my... He doesn't have my number,
We
even
haven't
if I
called
had his.
someone in a while. That would be nice. Let's call.
Yeah, well, it's clear.
What have I saved him under?
Lord Pori. Pori. Are you on save him?
Because I saved his number while he was still...
Sunny Boy, then, maybe.
No, man, while he was still with... Sunny Boy. No.
Isn't he Sunny Boy or Temba? Temba Sikowe. It's Sunny Boy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Sunny Boy.
Sunny Boy. Maybe save the boots. Sunny Boy or DJ Navy.
I was going to say, when he was still Navy, it was in the Navy
man.
days.
Yeah.
When he was still blue. Now he's...
He went from being in Navy to a cop.
do I need to collect Bluetooth?
Yes, please.
Do you need to?
Yeah, I hope nobody calls me and then I end up... Is it Rodecaster Pro? Okay.
Damn, 20 bars sounds like a lot though, but Pori has worked, eh? One thing people don't realize, Pori has fucking worked.
No, he has.
From Mafigizolo days, about corner, 20 bar.
Oh, guys, whatever I say if Pori is under, it's not a Maphorisa.
You don't have it?
You? Hey, my points are falling, eh?
I wouldn't have... I know, but
who do you have in your call list that people get surprised that you've got their number?
20 million.
I have nobody on my call list.
Like a famous person, like
Guys,
Jay-Z's number. Or
Guys,
something like
I
that.
live the simplest life ever. People give me...
I can believe that.
People have this impression that I'm connected, I know people. I mean, even MacG was like, I must know judges. I was like, I know nobody, guys.
What? Did you need a judge?
No, remember there was people are saying, yeah, we bought the judges, we bought the NPA, me and Temba. It's like, guys, I don't even have one judge on my call. Like I don't know a judge.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, guys, I live such
I thought
such
MacGyver needed a judge.
boring.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, hey, when did Mac need a judge? I'm thinking, hey, did Mac need a
Please
judge?
tell us fresh.
How would Mac need a judge
Give us
when
some insights,
you
eh?
guys are here judging every week?
We need judges.
Okay, I can't find Pori's number, so it's not going to work.
Yeah, but now I think 20 million maybe might be fair. And also, Pori's still going to create a lot of work. He's still going to burn a lot of hits. So it makes sense to take the deal. Like I said, you're in this as a business person and entrepreneur when you do get a chance to make money, even if sometimes it means selling your intellectual property, sell it for what it's worth. Don't undersell it.
My question, though, is how does it affect all the other collaborators you have on those works that you've done? Because if I've done a song, like how many of us are in the room here?
Like when it was
2, 4,
Maphorisa and
6,
Clap.
8, 9. Yeah, so we're like a typical Amapiano track. There's 9 of us here.
Yeah. We can release a song each.
Yes, exactly. And then you're going to go sell whatever you're selling. I mean, do I get a cut? Do I not get a cut? Is it based on what we might have signed before or not?
I have no idea.
Because if one person is getting like a nice lump sum, but there's other collaborators, does it trickle down or not?
I'm not sure. Didn't Black Coffee buy the Gallo?
Yeah, I think he's part of the consortium that bought the Gallo catalog.
Yeah, you can call him and ask him how that works. Hey, there's someone we can call.
That's right.
Let's call Natty. Hey, we're gonna call him and ask him. But it's a good question. Because like he used to make Pori when it's still Maphorisa and Clap, right?
Yes.
Corner, for example, it's not only him who made it. So if he's gonna sell his intellectual property on that, is it just his? Or do they buy the whole thing and do the others get something?
Sure.
It's a good question. That's a legit question.
But where in the world is Natty? Because maybe he's...
Yeah, true. It could be anywhere.
You know, I tell Natty and Temba all the time, I'm happy for their success.
Where's Temba right
But
now?
I don't envy the travel. Guys, travel is tiring.
Where is Temba?
Temba is probably in Europe right now. Okay, Natty's not answering.
That is, traveling is a bitch, man. I mean, just going to Limpopo. Remember, hey, just driving in December for gigs.
Guys, driving
is
to
a
Venda
nightmare.
is far. It's not far, but it just feels like a long trip. You know, guys think...
Driving to Venda is equivalent to driving to Durban, right?
And that's far, though. That's 6 hours. That's still far. That's far. Durban is far.
Just Venda feels longer, though, hey?
No. Durban is
Venda.
longer.
No, Venda feels just...
I drove to... No. I feel for Venda is... I've done N3 many times. I'm from KZN. The first time I went to Venda this past holidays, it was close for me.
Yeah, but it's training, man. Traveling is training.
Maybe there's that. It's almost like there's no sea to look forward to. You know? Maybe that's why it feels long, because at least Durban compensates for the sea.
But in Venda they have Mpesu.
Hey.
Where they will see.
I'm sure at this rate, isn't Mpesu available on Take a Lot, guys? Now at this rate,
Mpesu and Take a Lot.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not the same as buying it from an old man under a tree. That has
On the
You get the real one.
that has prepared it nicely for you.
What's your experience fresh with Mpesu? What did it do for you?
Yeah, man. Tell us.
Please.
Tell us
Dude,
more.
I am walking Mpesu. Mpesu needs me, dog.
Because the vendor man who sits on that chair always goes, "No, I've never used Mpesu." You said
That's bullshit. Oaks have always been curious. Once I've said this before, to try these things. Not that they needed them, but Oaks are always curious, man.
You know what our problem is as guys, though? I think we have put so much currency behind how hard and how long you go that you forget the simple things. Like, if the foreplay is decent enough, you don't need to be going long or hard
Yes.
because half the job is done.
Yeah.
But as Majita, we think where hammers, everything is a nail.
And the deeper-
everything must
and the-
just be pounded.
Yes, and the deeper the better.
Absolutely.
But ladies are like, yo, if they come without penetration, they happy.
Yeah.
Or am I lying? Like, if you
No,
come without
that's true.
penetration,
That's
fact
true.
checker, if you come, Highball,
Fact checker is using her 2000 voice.
Okay,
She's
fact
silent.
checker.
right? But it's not the
I go.
Yes, fact checker.
wow. But that's the thing, right? Amachita, it's always about getting a deep end. But with you guys, it's about just getting there. Because
I've always thought with women, it's clitoral stimulation. That's just it's you know, that gets you there quicker. You know, you don't have to hump as much and the penetration as much. Just the clitoral stimulation.
Isn't it to each their own, though, that some women would prefer something else, though, not necessarily
True.
clitoral?
Yeah.
But-
Because people are very diverse out there.
But you know, I always say, don't think because you are loaded, therefore you're going to be good in bed. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as that. That this guy, he must be bad news. You know, we saw him with this newscaster from BBC there.
Give friction, Jack. Give friction. That's what it is.
BBC's,
Friction.
we've got news for you.
Because if you stimulate her mentally enough, like enough, one of that minute, they say you're a minute man. If you've done your foreplay right, a minute is all you need.
Yes.
I'm not justifying 1 minute men, but I am saying,
don't
though,
justify.
Yeah,
But I'm
the
saying,
1 minute
though-
men are feeling very happy right now.
but I'm
Yes,
saying
don't
though,
justify.
but I'm saying though, if
Manu Chabli, choose.
Utuso.
1
you
minute.
sound like finally.
A lot can happen in a minute, right, Tuso? He would know.
Uyavuma. The speed by flew in a minute.
A lot can happen in a minute, man.
He knows.
Fuck. But anyway, so like I'm saying though, that because Majita, we are so obsessed with performance,
Ego, man.
hardness. It's tired, and I think we need to have the conversation as Majita and speak amongst ourselves about what actually does work for you.
I've recommended a book. Majida, I'm always reading it, yeah. And a female orgasm black book
Tell us more.
by Lee Jenkins. Come again?
What's the name of the book?
It's the female orgasm black book, literally, by Lee.
So what have you learned from it?
No, literally, funny enough, a lot. Hey, you mean that? I want to.
Teach us.
Hey. No, literally, like what you were saying
Fresh
about
is saying, teach us, I'm single.
the mental stimulation. That's where a lot of females, like their, I don't want to say orgasm, but that's where their pleasure starts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, for example, when she does come to your house, It's comfortable. It smells good. The conversation is good.
The conversation leading there.
Yes, that's how she's wet.
The conversation leading there.
Thank you. That's how already she's wet. You are halfway there.
Foreplay doesn't start when you're undoing the first button.
Oh, yeah.
When you're undoing the first button, it must be because we need to take this thing off.
Yes.
Foreplay has started.
Foreplay should have started already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a lot of guys don't understand that you need to put in the work.
And a lot of guys will be told, you see, like, oh, ghost lady said clitoris. Then that's what, just go there.
Now they are. No.
Stamp on this shit. Like, no, but
Like, baby.
women feel like that.
Niggas suplexing the clips.
Yeah, like women feel like that. Women feel like that. They feel like guys will just then focus there only. You know what I mean? But
the whole,
work.
dude, the whole body is an erogenous zone. The entire body.
Thank you.
But we're not going to take time to find out because we're not about and
The first few pages will tell you about that. There's a diagram.
Yes.
With the body, the earlobes are a good spot. Neck is a good spot. The back. Hey, nkhathazile le clitoris.
You were wrestling the clit.
Hey, yeah.
You've been wrestling
so guys
the clit.
mustn't fight with the clit. It's not just the clit. You know what I mean? The whole body. There's particular places
and
you go.
SK's video didn't help either. So now guys are busy rubbing there.
You know, so that's the thing. And normally, like the book does say,
SK, hey.
yeah, and you guys can get the job done, you know. Fingers, lips, well.
The bottom line, guys, put in time.
That's it.
But you guys are talking about...
Don't pressure yourself.
You are talking about when you are with the woman that you are with, right? But you get a lot of men, maybe you've got a number of, it's just a one-nighter. This is... So where are you going to get the time to put that time when it's just about getting to the action?
Make your one-night account. You still put in the time. You still put in the work.
They just wanted 1 minute. How are they going to achieve this in 1 minute?
But it's not like the minute happened now.
Because I'm speaking for the guys who are just here for a quick... And it's a one-night stand.
Yeah, we've had that argument with Mac, remember?
When?
On the show. He was like, he's not trying to make... a one-night stand come or take his time or whatever. Remember, we've had the conversation.
That's a damn shame, though.
That's what I said.
It's a damn shame. Because your family honor is at stake. Yay.
But Fresh, honestly, what if it's just for the mission for the guy just to come? Like, listen, I don't,
The good Lord gave you 2 hands.
A lot of guys...
No, the good Lord gave you 2 hands if you just want to come. Use your 2 hands then.
Fact
checkers very happy now.
That's fact checker clapping.
The reason why fact check is so quiet is because Fresh, she probably views Fresh as like a daddy. You know, I'm not an uncle. I don't want to be talking about sex. You know.
You can call me daddy. It's fine.
The wrong word. Uncle Fresh.
Ghost lady, what do you have? What's been trending?
LootLove. Did you hear the story of LootLove?
What happened?
So similar to what's happened to...
I love LootLove.
Oh, yeah, I love her too. Similar, I think the times are tough. Similar to what happened to... no. Since you said Bonang, no. Okay, let me read the story. LootLove has been accused of failing to surrender her vehicle even though she alleged breached a financing agreement with her major bank after she could not make installments. So guess what's happening? They are repossessing. So she's going through that.
Similar thing with Rob, I think.
Yes.
Who's Rob?
That's what I was saying.
Rob Power was also in something like that. Shame, man.
Yeah, Malinga. That's what the name I was thinking.
Malinga?
Yes. I'm just saying the repossessing of having to end up your stuff skid.
No, but with Malinga, wasn't it?
It was SARS.
It was SARS. It was tax.
It was SARS
like
tax, yeah.
Loan that you can't furnish anymore.
You know what the sad thing is, especially within our industry and how people perceive our industry from the outside, is the minute they see Sol on TV, they think Sol is making a ton of money.
Ish.
The minute you're on a TV series, no, you're loaded. They don't understand, one, TV pays rubbish. Like, TV plays rubbish. Half of your soapy stars are living hand to mouth. because they're paid rubbish. So people see you on TV, they think you're making a ton of money. Chances are what you are seeing on TV was shot 3 months ago. The money I made 3 months ago, I've probably blown already. It's gone.
When you say people are making rubbish,
Are
like,
paid rubbish.
yeah, okay, sorry, are paid rubbish.
Yes.
What is that? Like, is that maybe per episode they're getting what, 1,000 rand?
So for instance,
Depends.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of your favorites that are on TV every day or at least once a week are making 30 grand a month. That's rubbish. Or 40 grand a month. That's still rubbish.
Because we view them as to be making hundreds.
In fact, they should be making hundreds at the very least.
Yeah.
But they're not. And unfortunately, our industry over the last 3 years has been obliterated by COVID. A lot of people make money from appearances, from gigs, and whatever else. And because some of us also fall prey to what will people say if I'm in a taxi, I must buy a car. What will people say if I live in a flat, I must buy a house.
Hey, don't fall for that.
Now we're chasing our own tails, trying to impress people with a lifestyle that seems like, no, I'm killing it. There's no shame in not having a car.
At all.
It's tough out there.
Get a car when you're ready, man.
The number of my friends in the industry that are on anxiety medication right now,
For real.
simply because shit is tough. Like, shit is tough.
Shit.
Even some of the successful guys in our industry. I was shocked the other day to find out there's a dude in our industry, he's like very popular. He kicks ass at what he does, but he's on anxiety meds. Because he says it's just the fame, the lights, it's just a lot. And he's one of the most confident guys I know. Until the other day, I was like, oh shit, dude, you're on anxiety meds. The number of people medicating for anxiety that are dealing with stress, that are dealing with depression. Our industry is actually a mess.
And then
That's why some are on drugs even, just to cope.
Still, though, not an excuse. I mean, it's sad, we get it, but I mean, already the bank is calling you, right? And then it's on the papers now, right?
Yeah.
And for me, and it's the same thing I said, even with when the Robert Marawa story was on the papers, ordinary people go through this shit as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are famous people exempt from it?
Because you're expected to be a millionaire.
Yeah, because
to
you're
be living
expected.
this life.
You're expected.
You're a superstar. You must have money.
Man. Hand in the car. Also, just hand in the car, bro. Like, if you
Also that.
just hand in the car. Like, yo, hand in the car.
Dude, I preach this all the time. There's no shame in downgrading.
At all.
There's no shame in
all.
packing your bags and going to your mother's house.
Move to Hillbrow or
yeah.
something.
Go back to your mother's house. Or our Solway stayed in Hillbrow. Sol has a
know?
plug there.
Yeah.
You got a plug in Hillbrow. You know what I mean?
Sol has a plug in.
No, for real. No, like legit. Let's just hand in the car as well. Like, I've owed a lot of people, you know, a lot of people paid back. Not even a single day you would have heard the story was out, because sometimes you just pick up the phone and you call people and you talk to them, you make arrangements. I can't pay. Oh, the car's getting repossessed. Fucking hell, they called 5FM wanting the Merc, right? And I was like, hey, you don't have to call 5, come, I'm here.
They called
the fuck is
5FM?
wrong with you? Yes.
Dude, there was a guy waiting outside studio once. I'm arriving studio at 4 in the morning. There's a guy saying, I'm looking for Sol.
Yeah, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I actually quit when things were like really bad.
But now they're coming to 5FM because they knew, okay, he'll be on radio.
It's not fun anymore.
Now
Yeah, they
they're
know where to
waiting.
find me.
Now they're waiting outside.
Like, they're like, all right, 629, we know where to find them. SABC, I see it. You know what I mean? But you just talk to people, communicate with people, talk to people. Sometimes hand in the car, sometimes do downgrade. But it's also a bit unfair for stuff like that to be out in the papers. Everybody's going through it, man.
You know, unfortunately, because you are in the public eye, you'll always be treated as, you know, we're fodder. We're tabloid fodder.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the best stories are the Shem stories. If they're repossessing your shit, if you are in shit.
You're down and out.
As long as the shit in J, they'll write about you.
Yeah, no, that's
You know what I mean?
Because
And unfortunately, that's what we sign up for in this industry. But and you also need to understand that a lot of journalists have moles in court, at the cop shop. So the minute you're
cops.
arrested, there's someone who will tell a journalist that you've been arrested.
Okay.
I remember when I was bussed for speeding. By the next morning, a journalist had called me to say, we heard you're at Midrand police station. So luckily, my lawyer's in Midrand. So he came and he sorted out the bail and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, journalists have inside people in the courts. I mean, I remember when we submitted our divorce papers. The paper found out literally probably the next day.
Jeez, man.
But they didn't know that this was like a 2-year process.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. But there's a mole. There's a mole in there.
Yeah.
You know, Nile, they're easy.
So yeah, I also work in Roots, man.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going through the same thing. Like,
Yeah, people,
it's tough
especially
times,
after
guys.
COVID.
It's actually not news.
It's not news.
It's not news,
that
man.
anyone is going through shit when it comes to money. It's a life problem that we all have right now.
It's an occurring problem.
And bear in mind, she's also raising twins. I mean, I don't know what the co-parenting thingy is like there as well, but she has a lot on her plate, man. You know?
It's unfair, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. She'll be fine.
Oh, man.
But I think moral of the story, not just to people in our industry, I think to just anyone who's living off credit, there's no shame in downgrading. Just downgrade.
Yeah.
If your mother has a house, you have a home.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go rebuild. There's nothing wrong with rebuilding from scratch.
But also
That's what
there's
you
a
need to do.
toxicity, though, family. Let's be honest.
Well, there's also that.
Black family, black community. But how we listen to now? Okay, no, there's that toxicity as well. Hence, I always there's that, and that's a big thing.
So do you care for the Uile squad about it or not?
It's not good for your mental health, Fresh.
not.
It's not good for your mental health. The thing of you going to buy bread and everybody's chuckling along the way, that's not good.
So
you
send
trying
your
to
little
get
brother.
a drink, get a ngutu, and it's kulunyanga, it's about you.
But also, wait,
it's not good.
are these people speaking out, like, are they loud? No.
Yes. You feel it, even if they're silent.
No.
feel it.
They are evil.
Kokasi, they'll tell you, so,
Straight up.
Uile, mfana. They'll tell you to your face.
So phuza nathi manje lana wena. So phuza ngithengele wani ntwana. For real.
Where
Kokasi.
are your ama-centropes?
It's real, like for real, it is real. Just find your peace though, you know, try just find some fucking peace.
But you know, I also say the same thing. As a married woman, I always say, you know what, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, I'm never scared to start from the scratch. Like,
Go home.
never, just go back home, start
Where's
from
your
scratch
ring?
and work. I hardly wear my ring. The guys will tell you.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
used
you
to it.
hardly. I never noticed
Yeah.
it. So, is
And-
he fine with that?
And he wears his, hey?
He just found out now.
And he wears his.
No. Actually, he was the one who was packing our bags. Remember when we were in Venda? Because I asked him recently, I'm like, where is my ring? He was the one who packed our bags, and he said, I put the ring in the bag. So I just don't know which bag. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's with him.
Did you guys try Mpesu in Venda?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but there's no need to.
Before there's no
We
need
haven't
to.
had a
I'm
need, eh?
convinced. There's no.
We didn't stop along the way.
Yeah.
No, sometimes just for control.
Yeah, you know, I
Sometimes
wouldn't mind trying it. I wouldn't mind. I
I've
wouldn't
tried it,
mind.
man. It didn't work though. The guy said put it in yogurt. But I put it in Hillbro, and the guy was like, it wasn't.
It was expired, so
How do you know it's Mpesu you bought? Nigga probably put baby powder in his yogurt. His woman asking him, baby, why does your sperm taste like baby powder?
bro. No,
I
it
tried
was expired.
I was like, what is this? It felt like a placebo effect. I was like, come on. And also because I didn't have like a problem, you know what I mean? So I did have sex. I did get a hard-on, but it was not special from any of my other hard-ons.
Okay, so it wasn't like hard as steel.
Yes, it wasn't like, today something is
Oh, you
different.
you
Like, you
lost
couldn't, like,
it
bang
by
it on
extra
a-
30.
Yes.
So you're not walking around banging it on the wall.
I'm outside. Nah.
Going to the church bell. Baby, I'm coming.
Nah, I've tried it. It wasn't. Maybe it wasn't the real deal. Maybe it was weak, but I was like, whatever, man. It was like a brown powdery thing. What's in yogurt, you know?
Oh, MacG.
Yogurt. Oh, MacG, yes. I found yogurt, but it was.
And how does it taste afterwards?
The taste. I can't remember the taste.
Does it
but
change the flavor or it's just still the same?
It's almost still the same, eh? It's it doesn't have a strong
Okay.
flavor.
You can actually now buy, a lot of filling stations actually sell Mpesu in a bottle.
Oh.
It's like MacG, but powdered. You just add water, you shake, you drink. Then
Which filling station?
Oh. Hey!
Filling station.
Hey!
Hey, what?
You fill up the car, you fill up yourself.
Try the Sasol by Cosmo. Have
real?
it, yeah.
Hey.
Multiple flavors also.
Hey.
Multiple flavors.
I read
Which flavor
somewhere.
did you buy?
I read
No,
somewhere.
which Fresh, which flavor did you buy?
What else do you have, Ghost?
No, I've got remember the relationship that I really was loving? Oh, DBN Gogo.
Could we do a quick giveaway quickly?
A giveaway.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
MTN is giving away a Huawei hamper with 20 grand, which features a Huawei Nova 9.2 headset and a smartwatch. To win this, all you have to do is subscribe to the podcast Quarter Tune on MTN. The winner will be announced on our next Monday show, so this is your final chance. So, 20 grand worth of Huawei goodies.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, download the Caller Tune. It's a dope Caller Tune. You need it on your phone.
The podcast one, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's dope.
Do you have it, so?
Hey, pressure, man. Hey, man. Oh, me, man. Hey, that's the way, no, man. Mac has it. That's what matters. I'll get it, actually. I'll get it. I've never been into college tunes, but I'll get it.
Party has it.
I'll get it, yeah. Uti, our relationship, what's going on? Our favorite relationship, you said DBN Gogo?
DBN Gogo, remember they were with, she was with Focalistic.
Was.
What do you
So
mean? Is it over?
It's over,
Yeah, but-
yes. And so there was something trending because Papi Cooper received some flowers, right? And people were alluding to the fact that it's actually from Focalistic. So,
Our relationships end, man. I mean, you'd know. You'd know. After 20 years, these things happen. Come on. Like, no, for real, though. These things really happen. Like,
I'd like to believe they never
I'm a shut
end,
down.
yes.
What are your thoughts, though, on people that constantly, like, I've got a friend, a DJ friend. I always know when he's in a relationship when out of the blue there's a girl he's posted. And then they'll post each other. 6 months later, all the pictures are gone. I was like, oh, it's over. I don't even talk to him anymore about his relationships. I just monitor social media. The minute they start posting each other, or he starts posting someone, then, oh, okay, no, he's back in a relationship.
Who's that?
It doesn't matter.
He'll never tell us, these people.
I don't throw my people under the bus. So, what are your thoughts, though, on public displays of relationship? We're not married, but we post each other all the time.
I think do it when you're solid. You know, do it when you're solid.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Jay.
When you're building.
Yeah, talking stage, one nice round, some faga man, Jay. Status everywhere. Just do it when it's solid. Because like you're gonna be having that, right, of posting, deleting after 6 months and all that. But I have no problem with people who love loudly, and one of like the people who do it the best is AKA. You know, like just love your person, and when it's solid, just love them as loud as you can, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't hide your person. If you're a loud lover,
So yours is not solid yet?
Mine.
Oh, no,
No, mine is very solid.
Oh, she's very solid.
Funny enough,
Have you posted?
can't you see my WhatsApp?
she's on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Look at my WhatsApp.
on
My
WhatsApp.
profile picture.
I'm going.
Look at my profile picture.
Yeah.
We're on O-Ship, Futi.
No.
Look at my profile picture.
She took her
you know-
to O-Ship.
You know, because I know how Saul loves his girls.
Yeah.
Like she must be curvaceous.
Yeah, very.
and
Yeah, he knows,
must
yeah.
be buxom and curvaceous.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, the first thing when they walked towards me, I was like, these ones are gonna break the ship. These ones.
We almost did, man. We almost did. We rocked the boat. We almost did. Fully scared. We almost did.
Hey.
Yeah, you see? She's on my profile picture.
All right.
Yeah? I just don't, she's on my profile picture. And
So
that's
Anyala
No, because
or
she's solid.
Jahela?
No, it's because
Kenyala.
you guys are solid. You guys, you're happy. Exactly. Wanyala.
I'm a loud lover of my people. Like when I love a woman, I love her loudly so.
But you see, Fresh was asking for those who 6 months later, 2 months later are chigi.
That's what I'm saying. Just
Yeah.
don't do that if you ask
But generally, there are some people who are lovers like that. Like, if I kiss you, I'm in love, already.
I've got a friend who does that whenever they go to the strip club. Like he
fall in love.
I'm in love with the stripper.
No. Literally, he falls in love.
With the
And then he'll
stripper.
spend the rest of the night just chatting to one.
Oh, one of those
He will
niggas.
pay her and they'll just
Just to
chat.
chat.
It's like, dude, What are you doing?
And strippers will tell you, they get that, eh?
Yeah.
Where some guys just want to hug,
Some people are just lonely.
just want to
Yeah.
cuddle.
They just want the company.
Yes.
But they want the company to be transactional so that there are no strings attached. It's like paying a therapist.
Okay.
That I'm getting advice, I'm getting human interaction, but you don't want to call me tomorrow and say, you didn't call me today.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So some people crave that I just want someone to listen to me.
Literally.
So I've got a friend, like I said, every time they go to...
So he doesn't fuck.
I've never asked him. I've never asked to
would
see.
you ask him?
But all I've seen, though, is every time we go to the Grand for the food... Guys, the Grand has the best food in the country.
Oh,
Every
that's what
time...
they say about strip clubs in America. Huh?
No, strip clubs in America are actually vile. Majority of them are actually vile.
For real?
Like the Grand, guys, is as top-notch as you'll get on the planet.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying I've done a tour.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've checked out places in... I've done Atlanta. I've done
Well,
Miami.
ATL, yeah.
Yeah, no, ATL, geez.
I know, it's a capital of-
It's like every second shop is a barber shop or a strip club.
Or a strip
Yeah.
club.
So I've done ATL, I've done Miami. Guys, South Africa is top-notch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because that good BBL.
It's not D&G, it's not... the walls don't smell of smoke. You don't feel like you're stepping on a tissue and you're like, oh shit, that's cum. Like, No, so shout out to, gentlemen's clubs in SA, generally the quality is top-notch.
But the problem is with clubs like the Grand, they don't have the thick types and, the African woman.
Oh, isn't that why we are Hillbro? Yeah?
Summit.
Yeah, there, yeah. I haven't been there in a minute, though. Because I used to live across Summit, so I really got tired of, just strip clubs in general. I think I've outgrown it. But that's what I don't like about... Oh, but now they do at the Grand. Akaritebukho is running or helping to run or whatever her businesses there. In what is it called? There's a strip club within the Grand.
There's a club within the Grand. Yeah.
Club X.
Club X, yeah. There you'll find now these days, I heard. But normally, traditionally, they wouldn't have. That's why I never really was a big fan of the Grand, because it's like Russians and not the food, the chicks.
No, the Russians
hating
go.
on a Russian?
No, the Russians go there to pay.
Also, yeah.
The Russians go there to pay to see the Brazilians and the East Europeans.
Yeah, man. No, so like the Foca DBN Gogo thing, I think relationships.
Is there a story there?
It's-
Is it even a big deal? Should it be a big deal?
Man. Nah, it's not even.
And plus, Focalistic is young. He can, from one to another, it's fine.
Hey,
husband
what
and wife,
what
like,
wait?
What happened? Yeah, what
They're both young, man.
Yeah,
It's whatever. They weren't married. It's whatever, man.
Yeah, and Papi is cute, sure.
Exactly. Maybe
So
maybe not Cooper.
Fresh, you belong here. Remember last week, so I said we need to have a segment here, ESKOM, literally. Now it's been declared that we're going to be having these power cuts for the next 2 years, right? So it is literally, we are stuck for real. And also there was a bit of there's a scam that has been exposed about the energy, the green energy and clean. Green energy and
Mulume English, Mulume.
Hey, hamba, ukahle. Kan. What's going
Where are
on?
you going to go? So, SA forced by Europeans and Americans to give up on fossil fuels. No wonder people are protesting to close the coal exporting harbor in Richards Bay, KZN. Western media houses are now exposing the so-called clean energy scam that is being exposed on African nations and the nations producing oil. South Africa is being forced to stop using coal in producing electricity. It's so desperately needed, right? The country is being forced to instead export the coal to the same European countries, preaching about the green energy scam so that they stabilize their own energy sectors while the country languishes in load shedding.
You know, the sad thing about the coal story is there's also a lot of disinformation. So, for instance, the export quality coal that we send out at Richards Bay.
Yeah.
I think it's called RB1.
Yes.
That's like the top. RB1 is
The
like,
top, yeah.
there's RB1, RB2, RB3, I think. The coal we use in our power stations is a lower grade coal. So it's not like we're exporting the coal that we're using in our power stations.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think there was an article last week calling coal the new black gold because there's demand. There's demand, but I think our rail system cannot deliver the coal at the rate that is needed. So, you know, the fact that there is such a big demand overseas, for me, is not a bad thing. You know, who says we don't need more millionaires in Mpumalanga? You know what I mean? But I think there's a lot of disinformation that now says we are having load shedding because we're exporting our coal. We're not using the same coal.
True. We actually spoke last week to a former ESKOM CEO, Matsela Gogo, and he did express on that conversation that what is the biggest issue right now is that, yes, by the way, we are being forced, not necessarily forced, but influenced by the West to go green and all this, the green energy, whereas they are still.
In fact, I think that's the biggest irony, though, that we are being convinced to go with these new renewable energy. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong.
But I think we should do it at our pace.
Thank you.
And play to our strengths, man. If we've got the reserves in coal, let's use the coal. Because they industrialized, the West entirely industrialized, you know, their countries on the back of coal and the supply of coal. When it's our time now to flourish and industrialize Africa, we must stop now using coal. No, fuck that shit,
But now, guys, what the problem is, we're being punished with what? Load shedding. In order to fast track us to getting into that green energy zone.
But guys,
I don't think load shedding is linked to the transition or the switchover.
Yes, load shedding is just they're not maintaining the power stations properly. Literally, that's it.
We've been driving these cars hard for the last 20 years, not necessarily servicing them all the time, but you want the car to still have the same output. It's not going to happen.
Load shedding is not about the resources.
I think it's bad management.
Yes.
But also, often they say follow the money. Wherever the money trail is will show you why we might be having load shedding.
But our conversation with Matsela Gogo, yes, right? He said that actually it's not even the issue that it's because they've not been resurfaced. They have been, because the way new all these power stations that were built in order to accommodate the load, but it's just for the sake of getting this to push this agenda, which is now called what? A scam.
In fact, I pray for a day African leaders have the balls to start saying to the West, please allow us to do what we would need to do for our people. To have the balls to say, we don't need your aid because we have enough resources to actually run ourselves.
Yeah.
But because we have bad management, we have bad leadership. I mean, there's a peer review mechanism, I think it's the African Union, where our leaders are supposed to call each other out for that BS. It never happens. Instead, there's a whole big broerskap, ridi bra. When Saul fucks around, we keep quiet. We say, no, it's a sovereign state. We can't get involved. There's quiet diplomacy. That's half the problem with our continent.
But remember, with the solar energy and these wind farms that are being built, remember it's also like tenders that companies get.
Follow the money. There's always a money trail.
That's the thing. And in order to get these to be working and also to drive us into this a system of using those, we must switch off the electricity so that we see that we don't really need the coal. The coal is not helping us. It's not working for us. We need what? So it's deprive them and tell them this is the solution.
I think our leaders must just wake up to the fact that we are actually a big, powerful continent. And if we actually pool our resources and our brain power and our balls, and Africans have big balls, to say we will do shit our way ourselves. But unfortunately, because everyone wants to eat, everything is a source of eating.
Eating culture.
The people will always suffer the most. Because we must eat first. Even this whole transition to green energy, there's a money trail always. There's millions to be made, and someone will make the money. And more often than not, it's the same names, you know. It's the same names you hear about. It's not like Solo will get a chance all of a sudden, like Solo's like, Solo, I'm a Sola. You know, solar penduka.
Solar penduka.
You know, so I think it's unfortunate that as a continent we're sitting where we're sitting. As a continent, we should be miles ahead. I mean, you look at Nigeria. Nigeria in the 70s, like Lagos, the city of Lagos in the 70s, you could easily be in Lagos and mistake yourself for being in New York.
For
Lagos
real?
in the 70s. But because then there were leaders who had their self-interest at heart, they stopped building infrastructure, development stopped. And there's big stories of that across the continent.
True.
Where bad leadership and people just, I mean, majority of the electorate on our continent is youth. But we continue to vote in 80-year-olds as president. How does that make sense?
But even Josie is like that, if you think about it. I remember thinking to myself, when last did we have a new skyscraper popping up in Joburg? Like the Joburg skyline has been the same since the 90s, the way it is right now. Yeah, bar the Mandela Bridge, Lapo na Lapo. But it's really, we're not building much. They haven't been building much. Nothing's really been happening. Yes, in Sandton, but that's China. Chinese and them are building all those things and the fancy buildings there. But yeah, we're going down the same path, unfortunately. But let's stick to coal, man. We have a lot of coal reserves in the country. Let's stick to that. This renewable energy thing, it's, come on, you know.
There's nothing wrong.
It's our time.
You know, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, for instance, the city of Cape Town are looking at options of how people can sell power back to the system. So, for instance, I mean, in other countries, you can buy a reversible, what's it called? A meter. So if you generate power, you can put power back into the system. So obviously when power is coming in, the meter's running. But if you put power back into the system, it's like a reverse meter. So for instance, I've been on solar for 4 years, right? So my house runs on the solar and on batteries at night. But by 10 a.m., my batteries are full. So I'm generating power from 10 a.m. that's going nowhere. Imagine if there's a reverse meter, then you can pump power back into the system.
Now, does the system pay you for that?
Yes, you get a credit. You get a credit. You get a credit for putting power back into the system.
Wow.
That's how some systems work in other countries. And there are enough people who are generating their own power at a small scale or a large scale that we could have that system that allows people to sell back to the system. So if you're on a bridge, by 10 a.m. my batteries are full. Just bring a long cable, I'll hook you up.
Oh, wow. But how about that rumor that apparently with people who want to go off the grid, but ESKOM still expects you to pay a certain levy? Do you hear about that?
I heard about that. So for instance, I'm not fully off the grid.
Oh, okay.
Because there are days where, for instance, if it rains, obviously we have more sunlight, sunshine than not. But there are days where you need the grid to just boost the load into your batteries, just to top up your batteries.
Okay.
So I personally don't prefer being totally off the grid for days where you might have a problem that you need to be connected to the grid, personally. Where there are people who are fully off the grid, and that's their choice.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should be punished for wanting to be independent.
Yes.
Different subject. I think you got a borehole, right? How does that work?
What do you mean?
Like,
Do you know that I still get a water bill?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to.
That I'm actually disputing because my water meter hasn't moved. I've got a borehole, but I get a water bill every month.
So that means you're off the grid from the water system.
Yes.
And then, so move Lamanza Pavini from the borehole.
From the borehole.
To the geyser.
Yes.
Jeez.
But still getting a bill. Still get billed for water every month.
No, because obviously they just sit in the office and
do an estimate.
Yeah,
they do an estimate based on previous bills.
Yeah. Fact checker.
Yes, fact checker.
Okay, I'm just asking a question. It's not fact, right? And my question is in regards to this greenhouse gas situation. If our continent, not even our country, if our continent is contributing less to this global situation of greenhouse gases, yet this new proposal of $8 trillion is being brought to SA. Like, what does that mean for us? I feel like we're not going to make any difference. Isn't it like vague? Isn't it a waste? Because saying that we should move to greenhouse when there's China that's not willing to
green
do
energy,
that.
not greenhouse.
Green energy.
Sorry, it's a core.
Greenhouse, like our corner, like
Apologies. If we're moving to green energy and our whole continent is only contributing 3.8%, what difference is it making? China's doing the most. Russia is getting coal from us, and they're one of the biggest contributors. But we are supposed to now go solar and off the grid, all in the name of helping
the planet. Honestly, I think a dependent Africa is a good Africa to the West. The more dependent we are, you must be a good nigger. You know what I mean? And a good nigger says, yes, boss, you're right. We must do this. We must do that. It's in our best interest.
The house
because you know better. And like I said, I repeat, the day our leaders have the balls to give the West the middle finger, Africa can fly.
Yeah.
Africa can fly. But unfortunately, a lot of our leaders are also conflicted.
What do you guys think of the former Standard Bank employee? So he was a software expert who also happened to be a legal immigrant and stole nearly 6.3 million rands. So how he did it was he was adding zeros to inflate the amounts in transactions conducted by people he supposedly knew.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
No. It was literally a whole scam. This employee an employee in Standard Bank, like they stole money, they inflated the money. So it's almost like transactions.
Okay.
And just it's I think on the statement adding zeros. So let's say a small amount is sent, but he makes it more zeros, and that's how he was stealing money.
But how did the money get into his account though? So let's say Saul is paying $10, but you add a zero, and it becomes 100. But how does the money get into his account?
So he would steal the 90 rands, essentially.
Yeah, because
is it all
works
digital?
Inside. Yes, it became it's a whole digital scam because if he was working inside, it's not just someone from the outside.
If a Standard Bank had given him a job, he clearly knows the system and how it's broken. You need a guy like that to cut the system.
Yeah, because that's how they employ the guys who hack, right?
In fact, there's a DJ friend of mine who's a former hacker. And one of the companies he hacked actually gave him a job.
Yes.
They gave him a job because you found the hole in our system.
Yes.
So please come guard our system for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people, like hackers, get jobs. That's how you bid. Like, okay, hack into our system. And if you can, you get the job.
A DJ friend who's a former hacker. Hey. I'm still stuck here. Hey, man. Let's talk about you.
We all know him.
Nah, fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
We all know him. The chillers know him?
Omar Rosary.
The chillers know him?
Yeah.
Fresh, you need to give us one name. You've been alluding to
Hey,
me
man.
like
Hey, bro. You're
just
different
one.
people, man.
Me, I'm not in the business of throwing people under the bus. So yeah.
So he still DJs.
Eh?
A DJ friend.
Who was DJing after you, or before you?
Is it Fistas? Because I know Fistas, he put you on to like Mac and stuff. He's always been ahead.
No, Fizz is very he's like a tech junkie, but no, it's not Fistas. And I will not answer any further questions.
I think it's Fistas.
No, it's not
Fistas.
Fistas.
Hexwell.
No, it's not Fistas.
Fistas. Fistas.
It's not Fistas, man. Yes. Like I said, Fistas is a tech junkie, but he's not a hacker. My man, you can't sit and spread rumors here. Fact checker, please check me.
I know. I don't think it's on the news. How many times have you guys shared your Netflix passcode, your logins?
Not a lot,
I don't, eh? I don't have broke friends.
Oh.
Yeah, my friends have money, they can afford it.
Yeah.
Me, my lady, and my cousin. Stella and my woman only. So it's so
the Netflix is cracking down on that. Yeah. Soon you'll be paying for, sharing your login details.
So they charge you for a new login?
Yeah, no. Soon they'll start charging you every time there's a new login.
That's what I'm saying. So they bill you for that?
Yes, they'll bill you for that.
How do they bill you for it though? Like,
is it going to be 3 times the price?
No.
Or is it like an extra $5, $10?
It's an extra, it's an extra fee.
Makes sense.
I think it's fair though.
Yeah.
It's fair because I mean we've been abusing the system and we must pay for that. We
People
must pay.
would send out their probably to 20 people, like, no, you know you could.
Makes sense. And I do it on Netflix, guys, if we're being honest.
How much is it now?
For the content you're getting, I mean, you get
It's a great deal.
wealth of entertainment and knowledge sometimes, if you're watching docus and stuff, just pay the thing.
It's a
like
great
$49.
It's a great deal.
Literally.
Already what you're getting.
Yeah.
And still we share that.
And we still share that. But guys, times are tough, It's
At times are tough, but I also like a Ferrari, but I'm not going to go and just take one.
true.
Yes, fact checker.
This is not a fact, but my question is based on having different devices or different homes. Like there's people who have holiday homes, or I am logging in, but my laptop and my phone and my TV is connected. Does that mean that I still have to pay extra for my phone, my laptop, and the TV and at work?
When I read the article, what I
You see
saw
what
is
fact
that
checker is doing? Fact checker is actually auditioning to be a co-host. Sorry, be careful.
Hey, she's coming with the
Sorry,
questions.
be careful.
She's not coming with the facts, the questions.
She's like, Uncle Fresh is here, I'm confident. Today.
So from the article I read, it said that it's when you share it's one thing when your logins are being shared within the home, but they're able to track. I think it's obviously with there's a term they use in IT.
Okay.
Yeah, and how they can see that this is now being logged in another location.
It's not a different person. It's not the same person, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not the same person. It's a different location. Therefore, it's an obvious. They will track you. Holiday home and. I think they see the IP address. That's what it's called. Yes, that's the word. IP address.
So, for instance, I've got Netflix on my phone, on my laptop, on my Apple TV at home, but also on my DSTV at home.
Yes.
So how does that work then? How do they know it's all me?
I don't know. I guess it's IP addresses. That's how, because it's within the same location. They can see the movement of this. Please, Neo is our IT expert.
No. But also there's options of payments, right? So I think there's a $49 and $100, and then there's like a $160 where you can have multiple
devices.
screens. Yeah, multiple devices.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Okay. So basically you're paying per device. So if you don't have 10 friends on, you can pay for all 10.
For all 10.
Okay.
Just like Apple, I think. There was that, the family buying Apple.
Yes. Okay.
I get it.
Do you have anything else? Are we done? Do we have more stories?
Shout out to Lyle Foster. There's a South African player bought for please check a thingy. And shout out to Vincent Company, man. He's so fond of South African players because he's the one that bought to Mpesu, right? To Anderlecht. Now, Lyle Foster's going to be playing for Burnley, and they literally almost guaranteed to qualify for EPL. So just a quick shout out before we go. Shout out to Lyle Foster. They say most expensive South African player, but I still think it's Benny because Benny was less, but it was in the 90s.
Sure.
And more big inflation, he was worth way, way, way more. So shout out to him, raising the flag. Lyle Foster. Please just tell us the details of the deal. Lyle, Lyle Foster, yeah. Lyle Foster, yeah, South African player. Doing great things, man.
Lyle Foster was signed for approximately 7 million euros.
Yes.
Around that for Burnley.
Yeah, and Benny was signed in the 90s though for like 6. Still, I think Benny is still the most expensive because of what 6 million was or whatever foreign currency was in the 90s. So shout out to him, man, raising the flags, yeah? How long are we at, bro?
To Zakes as well?
1:30.
1 hour 30, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
130 is not bad.
Zakes?
What about him?
Mangit is nominated.
What, for Grammy?
Yes.
Guys, I don't know that song, man. I don't know that Bayete song.
No, but is it Zakes nominated or is it a Kellerman track that has Zakes on it?
It's a Voter Kellerman, I think.
You see, because Voter Kellerman already is a Grammy-winning world music.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he once won.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what I'm asking, though, that is it a Zakes track or is it Voter Kellerman featuring Zakes?
Who doesn't vote? No, I think it's Voter Kellerman with Nomlebo, Zigote.
Is it a
and
Voter
Zakes.
Element track? Please check.
Please check, fact checker.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a dream to be here, eh?
The Bayete song.
Yeah, I don't know that song. I really genuinely have not heard that
Is it
song.
the same with the what was it? Asanda. You remember the other song? Yeah,
Asanda's a hit. Asanda,
Yeah,
everybody
Asanda's a
knows
hit. I
Asanda.
love that song. But is it Zake's song?
He features on it.
Asanda.
He features. It's not Zake's song.
He's on it, so it's him.
Yeah.
Isn't it in his project?
It's not Nebo's song. Yeah, it becomes very...
The song Bayete is by Nomcebo Zikode, and it does feature Zakes Bantwini and Walter Kellerman.
Yeah.
All the best.
Voter.
Voter, like
You
voter.
must get it correct. Eh?
Voter. Yes.
Voter Kellerman.
No, man, all the best. Eh? Good luck to them. And can people please not attack Daliwonga? People are attacking Daliwonga for using relocating,
Squeeze us in.
They saying, I mean, he's biting, he's stealing, whatever. But the whole piano thing, the whole piano wave and piano is literally a mirror of society and what's trending.
TikTok, yeah.
Okay, so what of people who say at the very least Daliwonga should have, at the very least, invited her to be a part of the song?
Okay, maybe.
Because obviously we have the in all fairness
Yeah,
crew.
true.
There's the in all fairness crew out there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Okay, fair enough.
And unfortunately, because social media is so fast, most people, one, I don't know that my video is going to trend. Two, because I don't know it's going to trend, I'm not going to trademark what I'm saying because I don't know it's going to be a part of a trend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for instance, has she trademarked that statement?
That's not practical.
then
though,
then it's a different story.
That's not even practical. I mean, a girl from like Limpopo, Hama,
We were trying to call her last week. We
she?
wanted to talk to her last week.
Actually, I sent in our group thing. I was like, yo, guys, can we please call this
Contact
girl
her.
into studio?
Yes.
Rim squeezing in. Now the squeezer fresh in. But
Actually,
the idea was...
Fresh, you're taking her place.
Last week wanted to call her in studio and have her
Yes,
and be like, you know, what's she about? And put her out there.
But due to what is it, load shedding?
She stays in Limpopo,
Yeah.
and then we had to talk to her over the phone, but load shedding,
There are
and also it
problems,
wasn't
yeah.
going to have the same effect. But that's our little bit we were going to do.
But also, surely what you post on social media, also with the remix options, becomes fair game. That I will quote what you said, I will use what you said because it might have inspired a song in me. Yes, I'm being an opportunist. But where do we draw the line? Because yes, people are saying the right thing to do should have been this. But all I did was be inspired by your statement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different story if you'd use her voice.
Yes.
yes.
Different. Yeah, I wonder if they sampled her. If they sampled
Then
her.
it becomes a different story.
Yes, but inspiration.
So the nice thing to do would have been to involve her. But does he have to?
It's like on Tobeta, when he says it's a pressing ish. And obviously it went viral because of what I said
because
about
of you.
the many. Yeah, I wasn't like, hey, put me in the song, put me in the video.
you should
I get
have.
that. No, but he was inspired by that. I could have never sang it as beautifully as he did.
Do you guys know Michael Buffer? Michael Buffer.
Who's Michael?
Michael Buffer came up with the phrase, let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, yeah, I know Michael. Yeah,
I mean, he did that in the 80s. And he registered it as a trademark. And from Let's Get Ready to Rumble, he's made $400 million.
But TKZ was like, let's get ready to rumble. Like, God, you shortcut. But good.
Sylvester Stallone is like, are we rumbling? Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, fuck, Michael Buffer trademarked that.
He trademarked Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
Oh, that is so
Shit.
I mean, he did it in the 80s and he acquired the trademark in 1992. So Michael Buffer will appear at a boxing match and do a simple "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" and make $100,000.
Shit. Smart.
was a clever thing.
So maybe
Trademark.
we need to start thinking at that level. But because social media is so fast paced,
Yeah.
you're literally a trend for a day
No, yeah.
until Saul comes up with something else,
Yeah.
and then someone else comes up with something else.
Like she was trending last week, I guess, at
Exactly.
this rate. Yeah.
And then life goes on.
Yeah.
You know, so
Relocating.
it all. I think that
Relocating, yes.
it just boils down now to if you want to be fair, you'll involve her. It's like what
true.
Euphonic
Maybe
did.
in the video.
What Euphonic did with
Tollywood, hey.
Tollywood. Hey,
Uthi, Killer Cow.
With Killer Cow.
Yeah.
Temba had an option not to work with Killer Cow, but instead he located him, worked with him. And it helped, it was a catalyst in his career. Because he chose to work with him. But could have gotten someone else to just say, totally good to hey.
Yeah, true. Could have just ran with it, somebody else.
Absolutely.
Did you trademark Big Dog?
Yes. Yeah.
As a trademark Aksasa. You don't want to say no. In case someone quickly trademarks it.
No, but if you note...
Big Dog
3 p.m.
No, if you note, there's a TM on it. If you note. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Trademark as much as you can that which you use, but that which you can prove is unique to you.
Unique to you.
You can't just trademark Blue Ivy.
True.
Konja, what's the name that one of the artists tried to trademark her name, but it's a common name. Was it Kylie? Yeah, Kylie tried to trademark the name Kylie. It's like Kylie's a common name. Because are you saying that Kylie Minogue then can't use Kylie anymore?
Yes.
Like it's madness.
It's like Bougie. Do you think Bougie can trademark that? Because Bougie is Bougie. I remember he had a problem when Nando's had that Bougie meal, and he had a problem with it.
Yeah, but Bougie
that was when it was. Yes, and it was when Bad and Bougie was trending as well. Yeah, Migos. And I was like, but Bougie, like when someone is being fancy, like, oh, you're being Bougie. Everybody's been using it. So some things are a bit difficult to trademark.
Absolutely.
Can't just
so Bougie stood up as like, hey, that's my name. Hey, I must call Milk. They must stop using my name.
The fresh milk.
Milk's fucking around. Fuck around and find out, Milk.
Nah, man, I think we can close it now. I think we're done.
Oh, man. Guys, that's so much fun. Thank you for
Yeah, man.
And before we close, there's a Grandeur Month-End special, guys.
Ah, okay.
So from Monday the 30th of Jan to Friday the 3rd of Feb, you can get 2 white bottles of Grandeur at...
White?
Yes, the white, at 540 Rand. And then you could get 2, the limited black edition bottles at 999 Rand.
And you can drop the black because black don't crack.
Yes. And this is available only on the website on www.grandeur.com.
And we're also coming from Mashabela Studios.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lift up your laptop.
Fresh
You're gonna
laptop.
see
The email is podcast@mashabela.co.za.
Yep,
We are
if you wanna
recording at David. Oh, is this Mac's dummy card?
He always forgets, yeah.
We are recording at David Mashabela Studio. To record here, email podcast@mashabela.co.za.
Thank
Don't
you.
go safe. We're closing it now. Peace.
So just like that, we're done.
We're done.
Just like that, bro. We can go on, I know.
Oh,
Ish.
What?
We're done.
we're done.
You want to talk about something? There's something you want to talk about?
Fresh is used to like 3 hours, but my 4 hours. You know,
Even that 3 hours.
5 p.m. to 9.
3 hours, and that's not even talking. Eh?
Yeah, but 3 hours, yeah, he
There's
talks for
other
like 30
things.
minutes of the 3 hours.
Exactly.
It's like 40
I
minutes.
only have one concern, guys.
What?
Just under here, it's a bar, guys.
Yeah, this place is a... Hey,
I'm actually in a bar with mics.
it literally is.
True.
Yeah.
And then there's ice buckets. There's Dash. Yo.
It's just a bar.
No, true. There's.
And then there happens to be mics and seats and some cameras sometimes, yeah. That's our working environment.
I walked into a bar, and I like it here.
You love it here.
Expecting, bro.
So next time we'll call you, you'll say yes.
Well, I didn't say no, so...
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a chiller. I've been a chiller for like 100 years.
Oh, no.
So I'll be back. I'll definitely be back.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Thank you, man, for coming through. Mac has got an eye infection. I think we said it now.
Yeah, we did.
He's got like his eye. That means I'm keep that busy like pevenda. Baba kam hamba. Yeah, utez. Baba kam hamba. I'm shy. I'm going to Baba kam hamba.
I don't know if they chopped his tree or something.
No,
Something happened.
Now his face looks like she's like it is.
You can't see his future.
Hey, we're out. Peace, guys.
Bye.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Black Excellence. Do not fear, For if you do, just sip on some grandeur. And if you still do, ask ourselves, what would Maphorisa do? Phakama chila, ixesha lifiki. Ungoyiki, even if when they ask you, awusabi yini? Do not fear. For if you do, just say, Anistiri. This is the medicine of censorship. This is the pill. Which one is that one? Podcast and chill.